Hey you! Welcome to Focus Magazine. We are a group of international students at FH Wien exploring Vienna and its beautiful culture. From Gemeindebau to Würstelstand to international cinema, today we're going to explore what makes Vienna such a special city. Our first topic coming up is housing. With costs going through the roof because of the inflation, paying rent is becoming increasingly challenging. However, in Vienna, the housing model of Gemeindebau has enabled affordable living for a century. We sent Florian and Lena out to explore its history.
In many European cities, housing costs and rents are increasing rapidly. But in Vienna, the prices are kept within limits. This is in part because of the Viennese Gemeindebau system, which goes back to the 1920s. An iconic example is the Karl-Marx-Hof. Today it hosts about 1,200 apartments and a museum. Werner T. Bauer explains the poor living conditions which led to the development of the Gemeindebau.
Das heißt, man muss sich also vorstellen, die hygienischen, aber auch die zwischenmenschlichen Verhältnisse, die da geherrscht haben und natürlich auch die Krankheiten, die sich verbreitet haben. Also Tuberkulose zum Beispiel galt damals in ganz Europa als sogenannte Wiener Krankheit.
The construction of communal living was a revolutionary idea, which gave the workers' class better living conditions.
Das Einzigartige am Wiener Wohnbauprogramm war, dass es ein großes Gesamtpaket war. Und in denen gab es eine komplette Infrastruktur von all dem, was die Menschen dort zum Leben brauchten.
The Gemeindebau is still a very popular model 100 years later. Today, around 200,000 people in Vienna still live in communal housing. However, due to difficult financing, few new buildings have been built in recent decades.
Schwierig ist heutzutage, die Grundstücke sind einfach teuer, natürlich schon relativ kostspielig, solche sozialen Bauten zu errichten, wo auf der einen Seite man allen heutigen Anforderungen Genüge tut und auf der anderen Seite die Wohnungen auch weiterhin leistbar sind.
A gourmet culinary experience or a simple market? Or both in one? Yes, that is possible in the center of Vienna. The city's historic Naschmarkt is all about bringing food and people from different cultures together. It is embracing the also important concept of treating yourself to a little tasty luxury every once in a while.
Vienna's Naschmarkt. Explore, relax, and most importantly, snack. The German word naschen means to nibble or to snack something just long enough to treat yourself. The Naschmarkt is Vienna's center for this activity.
Of course, I love Naschen. I love snacks and everything.
The market has a long history dating back to the 16th century. Originally a place for local farmers to sell their goods, it expanded over time and moved to its current location.
It's what we want to do when we are in holidays. So that's very important to chill, to take time to live, to eat, to drink beer.
Today it has become a major hotspot for locals and tourists alike, showcasing Vienna's rich cultural heritage.
I like that it's like very international, and I think I had a falafel wrap and it was really delicious. I think it's really important that you just treat yourself and experience all those tasty things.
So the people will continue to enjoy all the treats from the Naschmarkt, one bite at a time.
Welcome to a gastronomic and cultural journey through Vienna's Würstelstand. From the cozy and festive atmosphere to the wide variety of flavors and options, we will discover how the Würstelstand has become an essential meeting point for friends who are looking for fun moments or for people after the ball.
In my dialect, you pronounce it Würstelstand, and it dates back to the late 19th century, when it was very important. It was not that big, so there were not really stands, but they were more like small booths or just people standing or sitting on the street and selling some sausages and other treats. It was important back then for people to socialize, people from different groups, so students, but also workers. And it was, back then, it was nice for people to just gather and talk to each other.
One Frankfurter, please.
But usually I come here to meet my friends. We can just hang out, eat some sausages. It's also nice to see the Austrian people just in their daily lives. After balls, people just coming to get a quick sausage just after work. So yeah, it's very nice to see their culture mixed with tourists as well. Is it good, or do we want to do more? You want to try mine?
Würstelstände decided just to extend their opening hours, and this was very useful for people before McDonald's, and so to just meet there and grab a bite, but also talk to each other, even if they might not have known each other, just to socialize a little bit and maybe not feel that alone if they were.
It's mainly because of the culture. It's very symbolic to Austria. And yeah, the sausages are also very nice.
If you're a cinema lover, you would love the Viennese movie theaters. It is such a necessary cultural experience, you know, where not only people from all over the world, but also locals enjoy the cinema in Vienna. The journalist Lisa Marie introduced us to the Austria's film industry, and we also heard from foreigners who loved the Viennese cinema. Let's take a look.
For more than 100 years now, people have been gathering inside dark theaters to enjoy the beauty of cinematography. In Vienna, many cinemas screen international movies coming from all over the world: Japan, the US, Korea, France, and many more. We wanted to learn more about Austrians' interest in overseas films and about the Austrian film industry. This is Liz, who is a journalist at Kino VOD Club. She is going to tell us about the Austrian film industry and the locals' interests.
I would say the peak in Austrian film was definitely in the 1950s. The Sissi movies, the Sissi trilogy was made there later. This kind of stuck. I mean, there was some very original Viennese stuff, like Muttertag, for instance, is a classic. I think cinema in Austria recovered pretty well from Corona. I actually don't know why, but people tend to go way more to the cinemas than before, I would even say. And I think that's a great thing. So yeah, I think people like cinemas a lot now.
As we were learning more about the Austrian cinemas, we ran into film lovers, and it piqued our curiosity. In an English cinema, Haydn Kino, we met a foreign audience and asked about her experiences in Vienna cinema.
Oh, they're awesome. They have stunning architecture, high quality production, and every time I go watch a movie, it's just, they meet my expectations.
Everyone seems to enjoy cinema in Vienna, being foreigners for international movies or locals. Overall, love for movies has not decreased, and it is always very thrilling to hear that people still love movies as much as before.
Let's have a look at one of the natural remedies for stress and anxiety: yoga. It's becoming increasingly popular in Austria, and it is said to have some real benefits. We met Karina, a yoga teacher who has her own studio and helps her clients to manage their emotions by mastering the body and breathing. So let's see how yoga can help in a world where constant stimulation and anxious climate leave little room for meditation.
Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale, lengthen your spine, widen your chest. Exhale, twist.
In today's fast-paced world, many people suffer from anxiety and stress due to the daily pressures and challenges they face. The hectic pace of modern life, the demands of work, social networks, and the doubts they create can all contribute to increased levels of stress and anxiety in individuals. These mental disorders can have a significant impact on physical, mental, and emotional health, affecting the quality of life of those concerned. So how do we reduce anxiety and stress?
We're having a lot of people coming to yoga stressed by everyday lives and stressed by work or relationships or whatever it may be. And they can bring the mind onto the mat and come down. And it's even proven that if you use your breath if you focus on your breath the right way, you can calm down your nervous system. You can basically get your mind a little lighter by doing yoga. We practice yoga in the form that you combine your breath with the movement, with smaller parts of meditation, but breath is a big part. And when you focus on moving with your breath, you have to focus so much on what your body is doing that there is no room for other thoughts or worries.
So practicing yoga does indeed help us find strength, both physically and mentally.
Do you feel more relaxed now? I know I do. But unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye. This was Focus Magazine. We hope you enjoyed our takes on living in Vienna. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned.